Hi, I'm Allan Brunet, and I'm playing the Marquis de Sade.
What kind of preparation have you been doing for your role?
I've been reading a lot of de Sade, and I've been reading books that describe him. I must admit that right now he's very difficult to figure out, this Marquis de Sade. He's a very complex character. He liked to fantasize a lot in his books, so right now I'm at a point where I'm not sure if I should base his character on his writings or more on things that people wrote about him, because he isn't really who he is when he writes. Everybody says that in his writings he invented situations and characters that were far more provocative and far more extreme than de Sade himself was. So that's where I'm at now.
Where's the challenges in terms of bringing this character to life, in terms of making a flesh and blood performance?
Figuring out who he is a big challenge right now. What kind of person? Like he's just a complete anarchist and rebel. He spent most of his life in jail because he refused to comply with what society said that he should be doing. And the jail situation, it was not very nice. He's not in a comfortable situation. He spends most of his life locked up in these dungeons. And when he comes out, he doesn't change his attitude. He keeps doing what he did that got him in jail in the first place, and so he gets thrown back in jail again.
What are you most enjoying about the role?
Getting into the mind of somebody who spends most of his life in jail because he refused to play by the rules. And another challenge in it is the whole context of the play. What I'm battling with right now is how much of this play was written by de Sade, this play that we're putting on, Marat, how much is written by him, how much is the inmates going off book and going off on their own characters, and how does de Sade feel about that? That he's losing control of the characters. I think it excites him. I think that every time someone goes off in their own little tangent, de Sade is like, yes, yes, go for it, go, be free, don't limit yourself to what I wrote, do whatever you want, anarchy. If this whole show blows up and we end up in a riot, I think de Sade would be laughing. He'd be sitting in a chair in the middle of the stage watching chaos around him, cops beating up performers and spectators alike, and de Sade would be reveling in it. It would be his biggest triumph.
Do you wish real theater was a little more like that?
Yeah, I do. I think that we're a little too staid. I think that we should be speaking up more. I think we're too polite as an audience because, I don't know, because we don't want to hurt people's feelings or whatever. But yeah, I find that theater isn't enough. It isn't interactive enough. It isn't live enough. It isn't enough like a mosh pit. I think that theater should be more like that. If you read Shakespeare, I always go back to him because I love Shakespeare, but he repeats the important information 3 times in all his plays. And the reason he did that is not because he loved his writing so much that he had to write everything 3 times. It's because there was so much going on in the audience that he was afraid people would miss important points. So he'd bring them back and go, did you hear this? You might have missed it last time because you were busy buying a chicken, or because somebody was dueling in the back behind, or because there was a prostitute over there getting in trouble with the cops. So you may have missed this the first time, so I'm going to repeat it again, and then I'll come back a 3rd time and go, okay, this is really important. You really have to know this before I can bring you to the final scene. So I think that theater should, it was much more interactive. It was much more live and exciting, and I think we're just a bit in our culture, in our situation, just a bit too polite and too staid with it.